Three words to describe this performance of Macbeth: exciting, overwhelming, and creative. Experiencing Macbeth live really helped me to understand the plot better and feel their emotions more, and you really see like their facial expressions and their gestures, and it really helps convey their emotions more and their intentions. To experiencing the specific language that we studied in class, I thought that during the tomorrow speech, I really was able to understand it better because we already went through it in depth, and I could really see like Macbeth's realization of his fate and his emotion and grief and his general sadness. I thought the cast worked very well as an assembly considering the given circumstances. However, like it wasn't produced as cleanly as it would be live, but through Zoom, I feel like it worked out very well. Everyone was on cue and always attentive to their other actors' parts, and when they need to speak, they were always ready. In concerns to the cross casting, I honestly thought there was less cross casting across race than I really would have expected, considering this was like a very modern play, and you've talked a lot about cross casting. But I did, however, see a bunch of cross casting between gender, and whereas a female played Banquo's role, and a few men played a role as witches, which I found to be very nice, and it was a good example of cross casting. I was happy to see that. One actor, I thought Kristen, who played Lady Macbeth, did a very good job. She really portrayed the deprivation of Lady Macbeth's mental health and her struggles, but she was also very good at showing her caring and loving side when Macbeth really needed it during the dinner table scene where he thought he saw Banquo's ghost at his seat. But she also did a very good job at showing Lady Macbeth's insanity and like her depreciation into like deep mental struggles after the guilt of killing Duncan. And she really showed this like her facial expressions, like the hurting face and how sad she was and the grief. She also made her voice very, very like trembling, which showed like her grief and like instability. I was a little taken back when I saw her performance of this because it's a little gruesome for me. She really showed her insanity very well, but I thought she did a great job at showing her emotion. I thought the lighting was very appropriate for the scene. They used a lot of dimly lit lighting with like a castle type scene background, and it was very fitting for Macbeth, which is a play set in the medieval time. They also used lanterns for like lighting for some scenes, which I found that very creative and a good idea considering it was a play from the medieval times. I thought the specific choice to cast the witch's voice as like a background voice, like an echoing over through everything, I thought that was really cool when like Macbeth, when the first witch said, "Beware, Macduff," and it came in with like the echoey voice, and it was throughout like the whole like scene. It gave a really eerie vibe, and I like that. It had a good touch of that like scary, mysterious Macbeth vibe when he's with the witches. And I thought the playmakers really did hang in there together, considering this was through Zoom, and this wasn't a normal play. I felt like they collaborated very well. They stayed on cue, and the costume, set, sound, and light chosen by the designers and actors were all very fitting for the medieval time period and Macbeth as a play in general. And for a parting thought, I enjoy being able to experience a play like Macbeth like live on Zoom. Like that was very nice. I got to like absorb what Macbeth really was like more in like the real storyline, like more through this online version of the play. But I feel like in person it would really take it to a whole nother level. I'd really feel like in the air and the presence of all the actors and their emotion and grief. That would be very interesting to see. But this online performance did a very good justice, and I really did enjoy it for what it was compared to just reading the play in class, not being able to experience it truly.